What if I told you that Elegoo is about to take out Bambu Lab? That might be an exaggeration. It is probably an exaggeration. But the fact is that drones are about to come after the 3D printing space. And I kid you not, here's the full story about what's going on, right? Now, this is a kind of a long tale, so bear with me for this, okay? Now, the drone space and the 3D printing space kind of go hand in hand. They both kind of ignited. I mean, there were drones before and there were 3D printers before, but the consumer input, what we see today as the modern market for both of these industries, kind of lit fire in San Mateo in around 2005, 2006, with the beginning of the maker movement. Now, I just so happen to have been a C-level tech exec at about that same time. In fact, I retired and walked away from Silicon Valley back I left in 2017. I officially got out of the game about 2 years later. But all that aside, I was also involved in that maker movement. So I was friends with people who were doing drones, like actually starting drone companies. I was flying drones. I had 3D printers. I was building 3D printers. And I got to see from the beginning how both of these two industries kind of leapfrogged with each other. Now, that said, how does this connect into today? Well, if you guys don't know, and I'm sure most of you do, Bambu Lab, juggernaut that they are these days, was started by a bunch of people from DJI, the largest drone manufacturer. And they left and started Bambu Lab. Now, why would they do that? Well, they wanted to start their own thing, can't blame them, and they had all the skills that were needed. I mean, think about drones. You've got robotics, motorization, microelectronics, all the kind of stuff that are used in 3D printers. And a lot of times 3D printers are used to make drones and prototype drones, that kind of stuff. So they left with a whole bunch of knowledge and a perfect mindset. They had a blueprint on how to build a business from DJI. Now, DJI didn't help them. They weren't invested in them. And the rumors kind of behind the doors and stuff is that they weren't happy about it, all right? Apparently, a lot of the what do they call it, the brain drain from DJI. Basically, a lot of engineers left, went over to Bambu, and then Bambu kept hiring those people because they were like, oh, I can get in with a new company and get more stock options and do all this other stuff. And yeah, so a lot of that happened, all right? So recently, there was a rumor going around that Bambu Lab is now valued at $100 billion. I'm going to pump the brakes on that. There's no way that's close, all right? DJI, which is a massively bigger company, is valued at about 25 billion tops, all right? Boeing is valued at $100 billion, all right? Bambu Lab, great company. Love Bambu Lab. They ain't Boeing, all right? Let's get that clear, all right? So what happened, I think, is that somebody wrote an article and then it got picked up by a bunch of other people and they just didn't do the translation from won into yuan. I never pronounce it right. Yuan into US dollars. If you took the proper valuation, which is probably 10 to 14 billion after the investment by Tencent and all these other companies, I think what you're going to see is at 14 billion, if they took the top end, 14 billion, and you translate it over, that would actually be, guess what? $100 million. All right. So they screwed that up. All right. It'd be 100 billion. Anyway, you get it. They screwed up the translation. So it's probably closer between 10 to 14, which is still significant, but nowhere near what Bambu is. All right. So we got one big established company, one quickly just blasting out of nowhere kind of company, and it's sucking all the resources out of this other company. Now, DJI, if you don't know, is facing an issue. Their second largest market, China being their largest market, the second largest market, which is North America, the United States, the largest portion of that market, is about to ban DJI drones. And it's complete bullshit, all right? It is the U.S. government trying to kick money back to people who supported them, and it's on both sides of the aisles, guys. I've been watching this for years. I am a Part 107 licensed, pilot. That's a drone pilot through the FAA, and I will even go so far as to prove myself beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm not gonna hold it so close that you can see it, but FAA pilot's license, all right? Well, drone pilot, but it's pilot's license. Anyway, point is, they're basically trying to block DJI so all these American companies can catch up. And they are so far behind. So far behind. It's terrifying. All right. They're going to cripple the drone industry in the United States just to kick money back to the people who backed them. And as I said, this started during the Biden administration. It's going on during the Trump administration. There's people on both sides. It's not Democrat. Don't get into politics. It's just American, bureaucrats, scratching the back of the people who scratch their back. All right. So U.S. protectionism is going to destroy DJI's second largest market. And you've got all these people that DJI's like, we got to find a new way to make money. We're losing people to this other company. Let's start a 3D printing company. But when you're a big company like that, you don't just start a company. Why would you do that? You buy a starter company and then you jumpstart that one, right? And enter Elegoo. Elegoo, who can't help but screw things up. And they do some great stuff, and then they screw it up. And then they do some other great stuff, and then they screw it up. And as I'm often heard saying on this channel, Elegoo's gonna Elegoo. Well, that could be changing pretty soon because Elegoo's about to start DJIing. And DJI knows how to make products, how to merchandise products, how to market products, how to do customer support. They know how to do it all. They've got software, they've got hardware, brother. They can make some really nice stuff. I mean, I've got DJI products all over here. I've DJI as a sponsor on one of my other channels, just to be clear, all right? Full disclosure. Bambu sent me stuff on this channel. DJI sent me a bunch of stuff on the other channel. So I hope they don't see this one. Anyway, point is this. Here's what looks like what's going to happen. So now we don't know exactly how much DJI, so if I didn't mention it, DJI invested in Elegoo it was announced in 2004, but it probably happened in 2003. China, they don't have to disclose right when it happens. They disclose it at the end of the year when they file their taxes and such. So it got disclosed in 2004. They invested in 2003. No idea how much they invested, but probably was not insignificant, all right? This is DJI looking to get a new line of a place where they can start putting tech and manpower and money to get income and really grow this whole new, area. And they've got a fire hose behind this. They're ready to pump so much into that thing. And it could explode. So we know what's going on with Elegoo right now, all right? They came out with the Elegoo Centauri, and then that kind of disappeared, and they came out with the Centauri Carbon, and that was a huge hit, and there's going to be color, and then color's coming soon. No, really, it's coming soon, and then it's not coming at all, and then maybe it's going to come, and who knows? Who knows? But then I got contacted recently by Elegoo saying, hey, we want to send you the Elegoo Centauri Carbon 2 with the full color system. And they wanted me to sign an NDA, and I'm like, there's just not enough tech there to justify an NDA. There's nothing going on. I'm not going to get muzzled by this. I've been muzzled by being too nice about stuff like this before. I'm like, no. And they're like, fine, well, we'll send it to you once it gets released. I'm like, okay, so probably January, February-ish, they will probably release it. That's the guesstimated release time, all right? I think this is the last product that's come out from Elegoo that's really going to be Elegoo-ish, if you would. I think going forward from this point, we're going to see a lot more Bambu influence. And I think that's going to kind of straighten out what's going on at Elegoo. Now, here's the really interesting thing. Elegoo in the 3D printing market is a discount printer, all right? Everything they do is a discount budget kind of level. DJI is not discount, but they do understand price scaling. They've got everything from a $200 drone up to as much money as you want to spend. You can call them and they'll be like, what do you want to build? We will make that happen. How much cash do you have? We can do that, all right? So, but I mean, their consumer drones go everywhere from $200 on up to, I want to say, $3,500. I don't know if you want to call like the Inspire, is that kind of a crossover? We can get into all that in a different topic. But the point is that they understand marketing price strategy. And Bambu has been doing that because they stole the same playbook. When they left, they had all the same kind of information from how DJI runs a business to run a 3D printing business. So I think we're going to see Elegoo turned into DJI, or I should say Bambu Lab 2.0. All right. They're going to start fixing what needs to get fixed, and they're going to start coming. They're going to leave that basic entry level stuff because DJI likes the entry level stuff. They don't like to leave any dollars on the table. All right. If there's a price category, they will find a way to fill it. So they're going to start with that entry level stuff, but we're going to start seeing stuff above that. I think we're going to see within a year or two, we're going to see tool changers. We're going to see a whole new line of mid and upper tier Elegoo fully enclosed Core XY printers. That's going to happen. I think Elegoo software is going to get better. Customer support is going to get better. All of that is going to get better. Now, this all has to do, though, based on the CCP allowing this. All right. And then there's politics behind the screen there, and who knows where money's going. So it could just be a fact that regulators are like, like they've got money in Bambu Lab, and they're like, no, we're not going to let that happen. All right. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but DJI is still a bigger company. They're still the 800-pound gorilla in the room, and they are an electronics juggernaut. All right. They make power stations, cameras, drones, all sorts of tech. All right. I've got a ton of it lying around here. I've got microphones from there. There's the old microphone. Here's the new version 3 microphone. I've got all their power stations. I've got more on the way. Actually, I think it just arrived. I got one of the new power stations. I've got a ton of their tech. I don't have any more of their drones because, well, they're going away here in the United States unless we can do something about it. Well, something you can do. There's your homework. Write your senator and your congressman and tell them that this is a bunch of BS and that needs to stop. And then you might want to find a way to buy some Elegoo stock. Good luck with that. Anyway, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Is this going to change your buying pattern going forward? Are you still going to be wholeheartedly into Bambu Lab? Are you going to think like, maybe I should start considering Elegoo? And I know we're all pissed about what Elegoo did, but got to remember, companies are not people. It's not Steve down the street who screwed you over and he still lives in that house. And, fuck Steve. Nobody likes Steve, right? If your name's Steve, I apologize. But there's, thousands of people who work there. And that guy who made that decision, hopefully he got fired or sent to Siberia or something like that. And they figured this out. Fingers crossed, we can only hope and pray. But again, you can't hold a grudge with a company, or you shouldn't hold a grudge with a company the way you would with a person, because they're not just one person. They're an ever-changing, ecosystem, if you would. And the person who made that decision may not be there 6 months from now. And often, man, the turnover rate over there is just insane. So that's something to be aware of. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. We're going to try and follow this closely, keep an eye out for any kind of indications that may come in here and there. So make sure you like and subscribe. If you don't want to miss any of that, make sure you ring the bell, because YouTube doesn't believe you when you subscribe. So ring the bell if you want to get notified of new videos. We got all sorts of new stuff coming out. We got new printers on the way. All sorts of stuff going on here at the old print ranch. So you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.